Hey, what is up guys? It's How To 1 2 3 and I'm going to show you how to put together this Hunter ceiling fan. The end product will look like that. And people think it's really hard to do fans. I first learned yesterday and I've done about 5 of them already and they're super easy now. Once you figure out just how to do the basic wiring there, it's so easy to do. Tools you'll need is you'll need a drill with a Phillips head. That's the easiest way to do it. And a wire stripper. Only 2 things you'll need. Interesting, isn't it? Let's get started at opening this. Now we opened the box and you can recommend the redirections or you can watch my video. But you guys, your fan blades right here come with 5. Which they are the multicolored both sides, so you can see that side's darker and that side's lighter, so you could choose which side. I think an alternating fan would be pretty cool. Then you got a weight kit to see if your fan's unbalanced. Normally they come balanced, so you don't really need a split, it's just for if they're unbalanced. And these are the hangers that go onto the fan right here. We'll need those later. And then these are a bunch of just, I guess, stuff you need to put it together. I'll go more in depth later on, just unboxing it. And then here's a light fixture for it. It'll hang from the dome that's underneath here. And here's the whole bracket that holds the fan up. Goes right up there. You'll have this piece where the light pull cord comes through here and then the fan pull cord goes from here. It'll hang up there with the glass dome. We'll set that, where do I set it? I normally set it right here. I keep these 2 areas for trash. And yesterday I figured out this is a perfect drill holder for when I need it. The 2 pull cords. If you already have the fixture up there and it has screws in it already, I'll show you. We have those 2 screws on the side right there. But if you don't have those, these are what these screws are used for. So then we just toss these screws out, but we will need these wire nuts to wire the fan up. These black rubber pieces you push into these holes for the fan. I'll show you later on. These screws will also be used for screwing in the fan blades into the metal bracket. Now this, I wasn't taught how to put this on, but we do not use it because you can't really see it apparently if we put it on, so we have no use for it, so garbage. Then you will see a package of 4 screws like these, and they're used to hold on the metal dome that goes over the bracket just to make it look pretty. I normally put those right here, closer to the edge though, so I don't lose them. Then you'll have these big screws. These screws are used to screw the bracket down to here, you can see right there, into the motor that's underneath here. I'll show you in a bit. But these screws screw those brackets into the motor, so then it'll be a fan then. I normally put them right here, right next to these ones. You can obviously see the difference, so you will not get them confused. And then you have screws like this. They look like those ones, but they are different. These screws are meant for this whole entire light fixture. It'll screw the 3 holes in there, and then this holds on by 3 screws on the side. You'll see a screw hole right there. And we'll unpack that later, that's a while from now. And I like to normally put them either over here, where they don't fall at least, right there. So I know exactly where they are. So now it's time to do the brackets. Just take the rubber band off. If I can even do this one-handed, because I'm using my phone. Like that. You take the bracket off. You grab it. Slides right out. Take it. And just lay it up. Just like that, so you have it for later. Now I'm gonna fast forward. Now that you got that all done, now it's time to open these. This is made out of not the blades, but the coating around it is made out of plastic. And it's really easy to open. I just go just like that. If I can get a hole started. And I'll show you once I'm done. Now that you got that done, I like to lay it like this, but we're using this side. Doesn't matter how you do it for right now, but just do that. I want to take one of these rubber pieces just kind of finagle it in the hole. That's a pain in the butt, one-handed. You just push it in, see if it's good on the other side, just go around the edges just to make sure, and voila. And that's how it should look once you're done. But I will fast forward to when they're all done because it's very time consuming and hard to do with only just one hand. Now that you got that all done, what you want to do is just take one of these and take one of these, and you'll see the holes right here, and choose which side you want. If you want this side or this side, because whichever way you want to see the color of, like for instance we're doing this side, you'll want to take the bracket right here, you see all the holes, and line up the holes on there, and then on the other side where you're not going to see, you're going to take these screws right here and you'll put them in the hole right here. Hey, I'm a failure at this, one-handed. Alright, let's try this again. Just put it in the hole right there, and then you would screw it into the bracket. I'll show you the finished one after I'm done with this one. Now that's what it'll look like once it is done. You got your screws in there and the rubber. Some of them, most of the time, will be a pain in the butt and it'll strip out on the head, but you'll still be able to get it in. Yep, let's do the rest. Now that you got those done, it's time to hang the bracket. Here we got the bracket, and the screws will go through there to hold it up. And if you're worried about it ruining your ceiling, it's got these rubber pads right here that kind of just balance it out, keep it flat and don't scrape up your wall. So if you look at it, it drops down at each spot. And then this is another, I think, ground wire. I don't know what the wires are, I just know how they wire up, so yep, it works. Now what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna, oh, they got drywall in that. Oh, that's different, but it's no problem. Set that side. You'll screw up there like so. You see I screw right there. And then you just kind of let your wires dangle. But what I like to do is I like to back them up. Somehow, it's different every single time I do it. But I'll kind of just like pull them through here. Why aren't you going over? Through here if I can even do it. I'll show you once I'm done. I like to do it like that so I can hang the motor right here. It'll slide right into this spot. And I did it on the other side. I normally do it over here so it's easier to hook this up. So yeah. You take out that styrofoam to reveal your glass dome, lights, metal dome. It'll sit like this up there after we're done hanging the motor. And here is the motor. I can't really do it. I gotta sit down and do this. So here's the motor. You just wanna take the plastic coating off. But your real view, this will connect into that over there. You take that metal plate off and there's wiring in there. But that metal plate screws on to right here, here, and that hole over there. And then this normally slides off, sometimes it doesn't. I've always had success with it. Of course I jinxed it. There we go. And then you want to take this off. And it just kind of wraps around. Yeah. Today's something I did today. Yep. And then you'll reveal your wires. Now what I like to do is I like to take the wire and twist it to the right. I'll twist it this direction so it goes with the wire nut as I'm twisting on the wire nut. I'm gonna twist those real quick and I'll show you afterwards. Now that we got them all cleaned up and twisted, now it's time to hang the motor. So this is the fun part now. Getting this, I think it goes that way. I mean, it fits in any direction because it's a square. if it's in any direction. It's just the way you want to aim the wires, I guess. Let me get a better grip on this. So like that. Slides right in. And boom. Motor's hanged. And you got your wires right here. Connected right here. See how that works? Let's get to wiring now. Now this is where your wire strippers come in handy. Normally, with this kind, they told me to use the bottom one. I use the top one because it takes it off so much more easier, the coating. Because with this one, it takes off only the really thin plastic coating around the rubber coating around it. So yep, let's get started. So what you're gonna wanna do is strip all the wires, but make sure you know which one's which. Like this one's black. Well, obviously black goes to the black. This one goes to the 2 green wires, so, oh sorry, I'm bad at doing this. This green wire, and then you see this guy that we had over here? This guy over here, that's connected to this. So I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do that. And then how I always remember this one, I always had an issue. I could see this is red up here on the top because I see the red coating. Blue to red, Superman. That's how I remember it. And then white to white. So yep, let's get started and I'll show you the finished product. And then we got black to black, white to white, blue to red, Superman. And then you got this green wire, hot wire, and then the other green wire, if you can see over here, all together in this one nut. Now, how I make sure they're super tight is make sure they start wrapping like this. You just want to turn it, make sure they wrap, and give them a good tug. Make sure it won't come off, there won't be no faulty lines. So it looks like we're all good. Now we're just gonna tuck them in up there somehow. Should I say wire tuck genius? Voila, that'll be perfect. Now it's time to put on the dome. Yeah. I know. Enter. That's for the, yep, this will go on. You see these little notches? I learned this trick. Those notches, there's notches on both sides. And if you go up your ladder here, I'm not screwing anything up. There's a little notch right there. Those 2 notches meet up, so it holds and lines these up pretty much perfectly. Sometimes there's a little bit of adjusting, but that should work just fine for you. See, those screws. The notches just hold it right up. I'll show you the other side. Notches hold it right up. And you know, I was talking about those 4 screws earlier. Let's see, 4 screws right here, perfect. I'm gonna use these 4 screws that we set aside. If you guys didn't set it up like I did, it's the 4 screws that look just like this. It's not gonna focus because I can't use my hand to focus. So we're gonna screw them in those holes up there and it'll stay on. Now that you got that on, now you're gonna wanna take this over. And I just use the pliers. For the most part it works without no wires. Aw, it didn't work. Alright, I'm just gonna take it off and show you guys how. Now you got that, like that. Now you thought any of the other parts were hard. Just wait until you do this, because look at, when you put a fan blade on, it just wobbles back and forth. This is gonna be fun, but I'm here to teach you a trick about it. I learned a trick of it. It works about 85% of the time, which is good. So let's get going. And then you're gonna wanna use these screws, the big ones. Forgot to mention that again. And they go straight in there and into those holes. What you're gonna wanna do is screw it in just like that and let it hang just like that. I know it's not correct, but this one screws into that one, but you gotta self-level it. So let's see, if it goes right there, you're gonna wanna put the other one right here and screw it in there, and then get this one screwed in there. See, I'll show you how it works. See? Voila, self-balancing now. Now you can get the rest in, or you could put this one in, it doesn't matter. It's self-leveling now. So yeah, let's get the rest on. Now that you got that done, it's starting to look like a fan. Next is this piece right here. We're gonna wanna open this up. You're gonna need this piece right now, just this piece. All right, I'll show you how it goes up there. And that's where these 6 screws come in. You're gonna need 2 of them right away. Just grab 2 right away and go up the ladder, because obviously you screw in 2 of them, twist them until they're in this section where there's no big hole where they can exit. Screw those in and then lock this one in. Just as shown, as I told you, you're gonna want to run this wire through, obviously. Now it's time to hang this. First thing you want to do is you're going to take the thing and run it through there. Sorry, it's not focusing, but yeah, go through there. Now, easiest way to have it line up is look at the letters. Boom, and up just fine. Now, this I learned on my own, wasn't taught, but these screws right here, you're one of them. But you can't just kind of just like go like that. You gotta kind of find where the wires fit. Like, you just gotta work with it. You gotta twist it and see where it fits, just like that. And voila. This is another thing. You put 2 in first, that one, oh, other one. This screw, and then this screw, and this one clamps it down. And you're still using the 6 screws, but now there's 3 left. So just grab you 2 right away. And let's do it. Now that you got that on, you ran the cord through here. Now this piece you want to take off. Whenever it comes off, take it off. Set up on your ladder, because next thing you're gonna need is the light bulbs, and they come in that box right here. These 2 boxes, and you just want to install light bulbs into the light bulb socket. Now here's the scary part. You got that all up there and everything. Now you gotta take glass dome, run these 2 wires through it and hold it up there. Then what you're gonna need to do while holding it up there, so I'm showing you guys just one person doing it. Then you're gonna wanna somehow just hold your other hand up and guide this thing through it, just like that, and like that. Put it up there, then you take that and screw it on. But once this is up, it's the finished product, so it'll be all done. So I'll show you once it's done. There you go, you got that up. And it's not the finished product. There is 2 things missing. The pull cords. Set aside right here. And what's nice is they have them labeled. So this is light. So the light one goes on the middle right here, and then the fan one goes right here. So I'll get those up, and then it'll be the finished product for sure. There you go. Turn your light switches on, and if the power is on. I don't think the power's on. Oh, no, he has the power off because he's working in the other room, but I'll show you in a bit. Voila. There you go. This is a different room because he hasn't set up the breaker yet, so there we go. Hope you guys liked that video. Please like and subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys later. Out.